Sophia had always craved a fresh start, so when she found the affordable, aged apartment in the heart of the city, she embraced it wholeheartedly. The building, with its creaking floors, drafty hallways, and hints of long-forgotten history, exuded an eerie charm that she dismissed as merely part of its character. On that first night, after carefully unpacking the last of her boxes, she noticed an old television left behind by the previous tenant. Though outdated, its presence was oddly magnetic, silently beckoning her attention as if it held secrets of its own. As midnight yielded to the deep hours, the apartment grew quiet except for the distant hum of the city outside. In the darkness, as Sophia finally drifted into a restless sleep, the clock struck 3 a.m. Without warning, the TV burst to life on its own, its screen awash with a relentless cascade of swirling static. Initially, Sophia assumed it was just a malfunction, a common enough occurrence with old electronics in a weathered building. But as she lay there, barely conscious, a faint, ghostly whisper began to seep through the static. "Sophia," the voice murmured, its tone both gentle and unnervingly intimate. Her heart pounded in her chest as the whisper repeated, growing bolder with each passing second, as though it were clawing its way into her very soul. Panicking, she fumbled for the remote, but the device was unresponsive, almost as if the TV were controlled by a will of its own. Every night thereafter, at precisely 3 a.m., the same cycle began. The television would inexplicably power on, displaying nothing but shifting static, while that spectral voice repeated her name and revealed cryptic fragments of a past she could not recall. Over the following nights, the whispered fragments evolved into disturbingly specific phrases. "Remember, the blood, the loss." These words hinted at a forgotten history, one deeply buried within her soul. Desperate for answers, Sophia combed through old records and family histories, only to find an unsettling void where her past should have been. The relentless whispers persisted, insistent, unyielding, and laced with a malevolent urgency that chilled her to the core. One particularly stormy night, as thunder rattled the windows and the power flickered ominously, the static on the TV surged into a frenzied display. Amid the chaotic white noise, a horrifying image materialized, a shadowy figure in a tattered dress, its eyes hollow and accusing. "You must remember," it screamed, its voice overlapping the static in a cacophony of terror. The screen fractured under the strain, and with a sudden, uncontrollable impulse, Sophia reached out and touched it. The next morning, the apartment lay in an eerie stillness. The TV was off, its screen black and unresponsive. But Sophia was gone. In the silence that followed, the static seemed to linger, whispering her name into the void. A relentless, echoing curse that promised the horror was far from over.